Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's Alfie here with Joy, bringing you our joyful notes. This was a weekly program created to help share Joy's work as we celebrate our 10th year anniversary. As I mentioned in my announcement, that today I have a special guest indeed, my president, the president of Joy, Dr. Amina Sillah-Kebbeh, and she's been one of the founding members of Joy. And I am so honored to have him today as my guest in this program. Like I said, there's so many things that you can Google about, but there's some information, some stories, and just some highlights about certain projects or organizations or things that people do that you can Google. And I believe today is one of those days that joining us, watching this program to its entirety, you will get to know more about what Joy is and what Joy is doing as an organization. With no further ado, I will bring Dr. Amina to the screen so that we can get to see who Dr. Amina is. I'm sure for those of you that have been following Joy, that are part of Joy, know who she is, but get to know who Dr. Amina is on a different perspective. Good morning, Madam President. How are you?
I am joyful. It's a joyful Saturday. It's great to be here with you.
Yes, it is a joyful Saturday. I am so excited to have you on this
Yes.
platform today.
Well, thanks
And
for having me.
and to have our viewers to hear it from you, the president of Joy, what Joy is all about. And over the years, I'm sure they've seen your face, they know you as the Joy president, but maybe today we will have a much larger viewership to kind of get to know more about what Joy is, especially hearing it from you directly.
Yes.
So, as we start this conversation always, can you tell our viewers who Dr. Amina is and how did she get to be a part of Joy?
Hey, hey, hey. Good day. I'm just going to say good day to everyone. It's a joyful Saturday, and welcome everyone to this Joyful Notes. And my name is Dr. Amina Sillah. I am in another life, I'm a professor, but in another life again, I am the president of JOYE Organization for Youth Excellence, beautifully known as Joy. And I became involved with Joy when it was just the two of us, Alfie and I, and of course, a volunteer in the Gambia. When we started, it was just, over coffee, just talking about what we should be doing to make a difference. And when Alfie told me his vision for what he wanted to do, I fell in love with the vision. I fell in love with what we were going to do. I fell in love with the idea of this humanity. I fell in love with the idea of community, and I fell in love with the idea of leadership. So if I was going to put joy and describe it, I'll describe it as leading humanity and community. So this is really how I got involved with Joy, just through conversation with Alfie. And he told me his vision of making a difference in communities, making a difference in the life of children, underprivileged children and communities, and trying to change the trajectory of their lives for the better. That vision, that stayed with me, and it continues to stay with me. And that's why I continue 10 years later to stay with Joy. I mean, I get goosebumps just talking about it. It's just that vision on focusing on underprivileged children and communities is really what drew me to Joy and continues to draw me to Joy as well.
It was different, indeed. It was from one coffee shop to another as we planned our
Yes.
meetings, from one house to another as we planned our meeting. And things have changed significantly since then. And I am sure our viewers or folks that have been following us probably noticed some changes, but maybe they don't have understanding and knowledge of the impact or some of the highlights of what Joy has been doing. They may just have seen some snippets of it, but don't really know. Can you share with our viewers some of the key highlights? It's been 10 years. It's been a 10 long years ride, but with fun, lots of activity, with life changes. Can you share with our viewers some of your key highlights as we celebrate this 10-year anniversary over the 10 years, just so that they can have a good view of what Joy is about this past 10 years?
Wow, 10 years. We've graduated from, you know, elementary, middle school, and all of that good stuff. And of course, Joy, we are a 501c organization registered here in the US and also registered internationally in the Gambia and Kenya. We have three priority areas mainly, but in those three priorities areas, we have subcategories. So in our education area, we have our education sponsorship program where we've sponsored over the years over hundreds of children. And when we sponsor you, our sponsorship, it's just not for one semester, one term, or 1 year. When we get you, we take you from primary one, grade one, all the way to grade 12, to primary, yeah, grade 12. That's where we take you to. And we have our hygiene products under there because for girls' education. We have our summer tutoring program because education just doesn't end when we take you, you know, like even with after the school year ends, we want to continue to make sure our beneficiary continue to benefit from Joy. So we have our summer tutoring program. In the US, in Ireland, for example, we have our code drive where we give codes, winter codes to students in underprivileged communities as well. So just because we're in the United States doesn't mean that problems that are in the Gambia, in Kenya, other parts of Africa doesn't actually happen here as well. So these problems, they transcend boundaries. They are the same everywhere. So we do our code drive and we have our prepaid meals as well to these students as well, all right? Then we have our community development projects. And within these community development projects, we have our seeding program where we give seeds to communities to help. Because if you think about Gambia, most communities are sustenance farmers. That's how they get their meals. Then we have drilled boreholes in I think two communities where you have population of over 3,500 people. 3,500 people in each community, depending on water, access to clean drinking water, and we were able to provide that for those communities. We have a women empowerment conferences that we do. Just before COVID hit, we actually had one doing a virtual conference, and it was phenomenal, if I must say so myself. We will have another one next year. And we were able to partner with a library in Kafuta that we were able to sponsor to build a community where you have hundreds of children going to the library on a daily basis to have access to internet for books and all the good stuff, especially when COVID hit and students didn't have anywhere to go. That community was a refuge for them. So that's part of our community development project that we do. Then on the other side, we have our youth development projects that we've been doing. And we have our mentoring projects. We have our soccer sponsorship. We have our community service sponsorship. And recently we've added our Joy Tech. And this Joy Tech, I have visions of this just blooming and taking over. And it's going to become, I hope Alfie is a monster that we're feeding. And I hope we continue to feed it right. So really, we have our education project, our community development project, and then our youth development project. So all of this, it's each huge umbrella has subcategories on there, and this is what we've been doing over the past 10 years. And this is what, you know, every year we continue to add more projects. And I know sometimes people tell me, oh, you guys are doing all of these things and we don't know about this. Well, we don't really advertise per se, but people know about us and they're coming to us. Communities are coming to us and telling us about their problems, telling us, oh, we need to expand this library. Oh, we need water. We need access to clean drinking water. So we are more than happy to collaborate and work with these different organizations. And our our education project is our signature project. And out of that, we realized that we want to approach education differently. We want to approach it in a more holistic way, where we will not only provide you with just the basic, you know, with the education program rather, we're giving you the uniform, the backpacks, the books and everything, but we're mentoring you. We're trying to ensure that you have access to clean drinking water. We're trying to ensure that you actually have food. We're trying to ensure that you also have access to hygiene products so you can actually go to school and feel comfortable. A school is a place where you're supposed to go and be comfortable, but not just be very, like fold into yourself and be inwards. So this is how we approach education, and this is really what we've been doing over the past 10 years, and we hope to continue doing this.
Madam President, that was a very exhaustive list of projects. Looks like a lot of things are being done. And there's a lot of significant partnership in getting some of these things done. And to your comment earlier, the holistic approach to education, I think a lot of people don't really understand that. Like you mentioned, education does not just happen in that four corner wall of the classroom. We invest, let's say, we and our supporters, our partners, and our donors, we invest significant amount of dollars in these projects, in helping these kids to make sure that they stay in school, right?
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that as part of their development, it's not just for them to go to school, but like you mentioned, we build wells, we provide seeds for them for subsistence farming, so that they can also benefit and be able to eat some of the fruits from those seeds, so they can stay healthy. Or else, everything that we are putting into these kids will go to waste.
It doesn't make sense, yeah. And let me just give an example. COVID, like schools in the Gambia were shut down, and we also know that they go to school and they get access to these things, but they were not getting access. What did we do? We came together as a group with our volunteers and our sponsors, and we're able to provide food supplies to over 100 families, our beneficiaries, because we realize that they're staying home. They're told to stay home, but yet they don't have access to food. They're not working. So we're able to gather our volunteers and our sponsors together and able to provide those for our families. So we are more of a community, and that's why I'm saying for us, it's about humanity, it's about community, and it's about leading, right? So we're able to provide that. So those are the things that we try to do, and not just looking at it from this singular lens of education. It's the thing that involves in there for the growth and development of that child and that community that the child lives within.
That's indeed a great way to look at it, because like you said, to grow the child development, it's not just in the classroom. It goes beyond the four corners of the classroom boundaries. And we do all of this with help of our partners. And I want to feature one of our partners here, because I think it's important that we get these people recognized as we talk about our story. And one of them, you're very familiar with him, which is Peter. Peter Mendy has been around us from the beginning as well. He's there at every program, giving us services and contributing not only with services, but also financially. So, he has a business that he launched not too long ago. It's a t-shirt business. And he does customization and t-shirts. So I think that everybody should really look him up and hopefully give him a chance, because when you support Peter in this initiative that he's doing, I believe that also you're supporting JOYE, because proceeds from those sales that he's making comes to JOYE as well. So I'm not sure if you have anything you want to say about Peter.
Absolutely. Peter, thank you so much. He's just one of my favorites, and if you have any kind of activity going on, get him to come DJ. I mean, he plays some of the dopest music ever. So have him at your event. And I think also he
makes
this t-shirt. Thank you, Peter. This t-shirt, and I'm going to talk about the Joy for Miles later, but this t-shirt, thank you, Peter. He's support him. If you when you support him, you're supporting Joy as well. And so thank you.
Yes, so I'm gonna play this short video, and when I'm playing this video, there will be a website that I will be flashing here shortly, just so that folks can know how to get in touch with Peter and how to learn about his business. All right. Thank you, Peter, and thank you for all that you do to help Joy succeed
Right.
and to meet its objective. We really know that your partnership is very critical and is very important to us, and we're looking forward to more years of partnership with Urban Afro-Flori. So, Madam President, you talked about a lot of things that Joy does. We just shared one of our partners who help us in so many different ways to accomplish some of these things. So, can you share with our viewers and folks that will be watching this later, how do you get all these things accomplished?
Oh, what a wonderful question, Alfie. This would not have been possible without the support of our volunteers, our supporters, our donors, and our sponsors. We do all of these things with you guys. And the beauty about Joy is that everyone who is at Joy right now is there because they believe in the mission and the vision of the organization. We are all volunteers, with Alfie being the chief volunteer, me being the assistant chief volunteer. We're all volunteers. We give our time because we believe in this mission of ensuring healthy communities and families. And because of our volunteers, our sponsors, our supporters, they're the ones that actually make these things a reality. So I want to thank you for believing in the mission and vision of Joy. I know you have a lot of organizations out there that you could be giving your money to, but thank you for investing in us. And I'm pretty sure we've been able to show you rather the dividends that we've yielded over the past 10 years of this investment through the impact that we have made. And this is, I always tell Alfie this, and I'll tell anyone, people that are listening. When you think about Joy, you may think, oh, it's a small organization, but think about the impact. Our impact is huge. We're leaving footprints, huge footprints in places because of you, our donors, our volunteers, our sponsors, and our supporters. So you make it possible. This is Alfie. This is really how we make it possible because of these wonderful volunteers, sponsors, and donors and supporters. That's how we do it. True that. It's a labor of love, I like to say. It's a labor of love.
Labor of love, indeed. Because, like you mentioned, thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our donors, because without you all, we can't do it. And it amazes me that we have people that are engaged and that are involved in delivering the services that we are providing to our beneficiaries. And they're
Absolutely.
doing it as volunteers. There's no compensation. There's nothing to say, okay, you know, because you did this, we're going to give you this. They're doing it because, like you said, as a labor of love. And I
Mhm.
think that is important for people to know that, like you said, again, 100% of what you give to this organization do not go to any type of maintenance, but it goes directly to
Our
support
programs.
the projects that we have at hand. And I think that is important and that is critical. And we know a lot of organizations that are doing great things. But when you look at their bottom line, you'll see that there's a significant amount of their funding
Yeah.
not going directly to the project. And that's something that, we always pride ourselves here at Joy. So thank you again, Madam President. So you've been around for 9, 10 years. You've been the president for the past 4 years, and you've led the significant part of growth of this organization, where we transcend from just sponsoring kids, building wealth, to incorporating so many other different projects like the Joy Tech program, starting the academy, a whole host of other things have become visible and have become um, a project for Joy under your leadership. So, can you share with our viewers what is your vision? What is in store for Joy, just so that they can at least have an understanding of, what to expect from this organization going forward?
Well, I think one of the I don't know about you, but I think one of the exciting things for me right now is the Joy Academy, and it's a project. I thank you very much to our sponsor, our donor rather, for donating the land where we are building the Joy Academy right now. So thank you very much for that. We are in the process of fencing, and then next step we're going to be doing is to start a few blocks of classrooms. I just got the update later today, so I thought I'll share with you people. So our Joy Leadership Academy will have our classrooms for our primary and secondary education. This is what I'm excited. This is one of the projects that's a vision of ours, to really have all our students in one location, because right now we are all over the country in Gambia. So we want to have all of our students boarding in one location where we will be able to better serve them. Like, I think about that and I get so excited. Like, everybody on the one roof, we're learning. We have our primary and secondary education. We're going to have our vocational education there. We're going to have our IT, training center. We're going to have residencies for not only the students, but for people, volunteers who want to come in there and volunteer. And of course, our teachers, for our staff and our guests. It's going to be a center of excellence, right, for education and leadership. So this is really what I'm looking forward to. And then I'm also looking forward to other programs that we'll add there, because as we grow, we also going to have growing pains and what have you, and we're going to see some projects that we want to get involved into. The Joy Tech is one thing that I'm looking forward to actually grow. Like I said earlier, our footprint, when you think about it, we're leaving huge footprints, man. So this Joy Academy, this is Joy Tech, it's I feel like it's a monster that we are going to keep feeding, and it's going to grow, and it's going to have take up a life of its own. And it's going to be a matter of incorporating it. How do we incorporate it into the IT training center in Joy Academy? And we started already the Joy Tech here in Ireland, and it's going phenomenal. And just want to thank our volunteers for just being so great with the students that are involved in this. So the Joy Academy and the Joy Tech, those are the things that I'm looking forward to building and continue to build. And then as for Joy, we're just going to continue to sponsor our student, which is our key signature thing, is education. But we are going to go ahead and keep doing it in a more holistic approach. The difference between us and a lot of these other organizations is that we are taking you from grade 1 to grade 12, but now we also want to ensure that you become a contributing member of society. But when you get into the Joy Tech, you learn a trade, you learn something, and then you go back into the community and give back. So it's the gift that's going to keep giving. This is what Joy is all about. This is the vision that I see, that we are going to, it's going to be a gift to our students, and it's going to keep giving. The gift that keeps giving really is Joy.
What an ambitious future, ambitious vision for the
It
organization.
scares me, so that means I'm on the right track.
Yes, that is true. They say if you dream and you have a vision, if it doesn't scare you enough, then you are not on the right track. You are right. So if it scares you, that means that we are on the right track. And
Yes,
again,
we're
thank you
definitely on the
so
right
much
track.
for your leadership. Thank you for carrying us through over the years and just helping the organizations to grow. I am a believer that um, we are here um, as people on a journey in this world. And we need to first admit that we are mortal. And we need to accept also that we have limitations. And it's important to have that inclusive approach. It's important to ensure that if it is something good, that it continues to grow.
Yeah.
And as it's reflected here that we know that this organization will continue to grow. It will continue to go. And again, thank you so much for your leadership and for all that you bring to the table to help guide and direct us to the right path and to where we are. Like I
Well,
said,
thank
it's
you
a
for the
very
trust.
ambitious. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said thank you for the trust.
But it is ours.
Yeah, right.
So we thank you for the trust too, by allowing me to put that seed in your head to actually believe in the vision
Yes, yes.
and to say, okay, I'll manage it and see it through.
Right.
So ambitious, very ambitious. And I know, like you said, it's get done through supporters, through donations, and it's 100% donation. So what kind of event do you have upcoming, for Joy that folks need to know about so that they can be a part of this great organization? The way you describe it, um, if I was not a part of this organization, this is something that I would really want to join in, knowing that 100% what people give goes directly to the program. Knowing that this will benefit the underserved communities, knowing that it will provide clean water to communities that today cannot have clean water, knowing that it's beyond just that education that you provide to these kids, but that social, just helping them to be self-sustenance. I think this is something that we all want to, you know, give to every child that is developing, right? So knowing all of these things would want me to be a part of this organization. So I know we have an upcoming event. So is there something that you want to talk to this group about that will be watching, our viewers, our donors? Why should they be a part of this event? And what is the event?
Well, we have two upcoming events, but the first one is the Miles for Joy. See on my T-shirt here, and thank you again, Peter, for this. The Miles for Joy, it's coming up July 3rd. So it's a fun-filled event, really. So you're gonna be raising money, and not even you're gonna be having so much fun raising money that you're not even gonna know that you're raising money. And think about all the things that you're raising money for, the impact that you're going to be making by being part of this. It's you're gonna have some joyful 5K or a mile. You can run, you can jog, you can walk. And if you want to do it virtual, you can do that as well. And your registration, and Alfie is going to put a code up there. You're gonna have a president code for I think $5 off. So please use that code to register for the event, and then you get a T-shirt, and you're gonna get a medal, a nice medal that says Miles for Joy. Um, so this is a fun-filled event. You can walk, as I said, or you could run. So basically, think about yourself sprinting into the future to make a difference in the lives of these children. So that's one of the events that we have. This is one of the events that we have. But our educational gala is also coming up in November. And this is one of our main signature events. This is where we raise money for all of our programs. This is where also we share our successes and we tell you stories and our challenges. So this is, this event, again, it's not going to be possible without every one of you, and I'm including every one of you because I see every one of you as our supporters, our donors, and of course our volunteers. So those are the two events that we have coming up: the Miles for Joy and the Joy Educational Gala. But next month, actually in a couple of weeks, we do have our Miles for Joy program, and this is really a very fun event. You're gonna have fun. Come out here, play soccer, walk, run, jog. You can do it virtual. You don't have to be in Texas or Maryland or wherever you are in this world. You can do it because you can do it virtual as well. So go to our website, register, and we're going to post a link there as well, and use the code so you can get a discount on your registration.
Yeah, use the code because that code, Madam President, you said it's a one-day code that you're giving to anyone that have not registered yet. They can take advantage of this. And I also realized that when you use that code, you get $5 off. And when you get $5 off, share the link that you receive after you register, or even as you are registering, there's a link there. If you share that to us to social media, you get also additional discount.
Oh,
So
wow.
you'll be saving money while also inviting other people to join and have more fun. More people, more fun. So use that code, and I'll be sharing the link for the Miles for Joy registration here shortly. But if you go to our website, giftofjoy.org, and you go to our event page, you'll see the Miles for Joy there, and it has a lot of details on how you can participate, because it's not just the fun run, the fun walk. Like Madam President mentioned, you can play soccer, you can play the latest games, and we'll have great food at the event, also at the park. But like she said, you can do this from anywhere in the world. But we also have event for those that maybe don't want to do any of that. we have a fundraiser attached to this event. So there's just a whole host of ways that you can participate. So we took the holistic approach to education. So we are taking also a holistic approach to the Miles for
Fundraising.
Joy. No one left behind. Madam President, no one is
Yes.
left behind.
No
Everybody
one
have
left
an
behind.
opportunity.
We're carrying everyone with us. We're all about equity in here, you know?
Exactly. So no one will be left behind in this. So everybody can participate. But Madam President, we have this organization called ANG Capital, new partnership to this organization, who works directly with the underserved in the Gambia.
Oh, nice.
And they provide remittance services. They do currency exchange. They provide small loans to farmers. And they provide them even with platforms that they can use to be more efficient with their transactions as farmers. So I'm so excited to have this new partnership. Again, it's part of that growth. And again, thank you for
Yeah.
your leadership. Without that, I'm not sure that people will see that in us to trust us and want to do such type of partnership with us. So thank you to ANG Capital for your services and for your partnership. And I'll play a short video about ANG Capital so that folks that are watching and can at least know what ANG Capital is all about.
Are you a salary earner living in Greater Banjul area and in need of a quick loan but do not want to go through the hassles of waiting for days to have your loan approved at the bank? Lebalma has got you covered. You can access as much as $25,000 depending on your monthly salary. All you have to do is provide your employment letter, bank statement, and your ID. We make you a loan offer within 24 hours. For more information, visit our website on www.angcapitalgambia.com. You can walk into our office on number 76 Scarborough Avenue, Fayara. Better still, send us an email to angcapitalgambia.com or call us on telephone 313-8484 999-1044 733-8484. ANG Capital Gambia. Fajal sa sokhla si sutura.
Thank you, ANG Capital, for your support. We really appreciate you guys, and we're looking forward to doing more partnership with you guys. Madam President, I don't think I will let you leave this show or this program without allowing you to express and show your professorial,
You got me on that one, man.
I can't let you leave. When professors speak, everyone, when they give directions, everyone
You
listens.
don't want to get us talking, man. Go ahead.
So I want you to take this opportunity and talk to our viewers, and just share with them any message that you may have for them today. It's a beautiful Saturday. And at that, tomorrow is Father's Day.
Yay.
So I'm going to be calling my brother to check on him to see what he gets for Father's Day. So.
Don't make me make some calls too, but okay.
Well, you can make calls, but I'm going to call my brother just to make sure.
You know you two anyway.
So
think alike, so.
I want you to share with our viewers any message, words of wisdom, just take it.
Yeah, so, well, it is a joyful Saturday, and a happy Father's Day in advance to all our fathers listening, grandpas, uncles, and, all those responsible for children. Since we're talking about a children program and we're sponsoring communities and children, again, I want to thank each and every one of you who've participated in being part of this organization. This is a great organization to be part of. If you don't believe me, just go to visit our website, www.giftofjoy.org, and see some of the programs that we're doing. And also, if you want to volunteer, just shoot us an email and we'll respond immediately and get you doing something. And I can't leave this program without actually appealing to you. We need your support. We do. As I said before, it's because of you, our volunteers, our sponsors, our supporters, and our donors that make Joy continue to make the impact that we are making today in different communities. Now think about it. We're in Kenya, we're in the Gambia, we're here in the United States. We are doing all of these things through volunteering. All of us are volunteers to this organization, again, because we believe in what we're doing. We believe that we're making a difference. We believe in humanity. We believe in community. We believe that it is through leading that we can actually make a difference. Together, we can make a difference. It takes $250, $250 to sponsor a child for a whole year. And that sponsorship is just not the tuition. It's the backpack, it's the notebooks, the pencils, the pens, and all of the other things that the child is going to need. $250 a year. You could do that for a child. No donation is too small. You could do it for half a year, or you could do it for a full year, or any amount you can give. We will take it. We're building our Joy Academy, as I said to you earlier, and we've already fenced and we're about to start the classrooms. So just think about how you can be a part of that phenomenal growth by helping to build an infrastructure. You can buy a pillar or pillars where we can put your name in there. Can you imagine walking into the Joy Academy and there's a pillar with your name on it and you see that feeling that comes, that you have? You can build a section of the fence on the side as well. And then we'll have your name in there. You think about that, like you are part of something bigger than yourself. You're part of generational change. So help us do that. Our Joy Academy, be a part of that, whether it's going to be, oh, look, you can be part, you can actually donate your time by going to the Gambia and help build, whether it's through electrical work, technology, whatever you can give. Stand with us. Visit our website, www.giftofjoy.org. We are on Twitter at Gift of Joy. We're on Facebook as well. We're on all the social media platforms. Making a difference, being part of a community, seeing that humanity continues to be, like there's good in every one of us. And joy counts on that. As I said earlier, you have a lot of places to invest your money, but bring it to us. Invest it in joy, and you see the dividends. We are going to yield a lot of dividend for you. You are going to see what we are doing. Like you really will see the impact that we are making. So this is really what I want to tell people. We need your support, really. So let's get together. Let's make a difference. And of course, I want to see you at the Miles for Joy. I want to see you at our gala as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. I now have the link of how people can register for Miles for Joy right there on the at the bottom of the screen. And we encourage everyone to participate. And this is how we raise funds to do the work that we do. If you've been following us, or if you are currently watching, or if you will be watching, you've heard already an exhaustive list of projects and things that we have going on. And with the ambitious vision of our leader for the future of Joy. So it's a journey. It's not a destination at all. So journey with us through this process, and let's all be part of the greater good for humanity, for mankind. Let's give that labor of love, as our president said it. All of us are doing this with a labor of love. So labor of love with us in this journey. So I will share briefly the Miles for Joy video from a couple of years ago, just so that folks can have an idea of the event, what happened, and how fun it is. But
I
like you
know.
mentioned,
Bring the whole family out. It's like a fun family day.
it is. It's a fun family day for everyone. We have activities for kids, bounce house, face painting. All of these things are free for kids, free food for kids. We have ladies' games, and if you're a lady and you're watching and you want to be a part of this, we'll have a whole host of lady games. So come out there, make it a fun family weekend, and it's July 4th day as well. What a better day to be out there with family and enjoy. But I'll play this short video just to kind of give people a quick view of what happened at that event. And again, don't forget, the president is giving you 24 hours to use her code, which is VIP5. When you register, you get $5 off your registration. VIP5. That is the president's code that she is giving for 24 hours for folks to use it. Take advantage of it. That will give you the lowest price for this event. But again, it's not about the cost. It's about the impact that your registration will have in changing lives.
Yeah.
So I'll play this short video. Thank you, Madam President. I think I will call this a wrap. Thank you, and I'm so honored to have you on this program. And I'm sure we'll be doing more of this together in the coming future.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you for having me. It's great. Our success is only possible, like we always say, because of all of us working together.
yes, it's all about the labor of love. I'm gonna adopt that.
I see that.
The labor of love in the community of joy. So join us in this labor of love.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Emeritus.
And thank you for all those that have been watching us and those that will be watching. Again, I'm going to leave this last reminder. Use that link below that says giftofjoy.org/miles for joy to learn more about this event. But as you go to your registration, don't forget, we have 24 hours to use VIP5, which is the president's code that she's giving out to all those that will be watching or that will come in contact with this video to get $5 off towards their registration. It lasts only for 24 hours. And that's the best deal that you would get for your registration and changing lives. Thank you. Everyone have a great Saturday and a joyful Father's Day.
Thank you.